I decided to condense the entire cabin build series down into one video that you guys can just watch start to finish, sped through a lot of my ramblings, and threw in a few extra fun clips. So I'm going to jump back in time actually to when we were getting married, because this will come into play later. That beautiful trellis behind us is something that we used in the house, and then obviously this barn, we tore this down in 2023. It was a neighbor's barn. The foundation was not in good shape and it needed to come down, and we knew that we were going to be building a cabin and we wanted as much wood as possible. So this is where that started. We had a whole crew of friends come to help us do that, which was fantastic. We would not have been able to get it done as quickly without them. And then we bought this semi-trailer and we stored all of the barn boards and beams in this trailer for about a year and a half until we were ready to use them. And then Dan also stumbled upon this beautiful old hand-hewed homestead at a job site he was working on. Again, terrible foundation. It needed to come down. The property owners said knock it down and take what you want. So we did eventually go back later and do that, but at that initial walkthrough we were just kind of taking a peek and trying to see what kind of condition the wood was in, to see if it was something we were going to be able to use in our cabin eventually or not. I do have videos up showcasing all of that, a little bit from our wedding, the barn teardown, and the teardown of that 1800s homestead, but we are going to jump back into when we started working on building the new house, also known as the cabin. We started this in May of 2024. As you can see from the clips that have been shown so far, the first thing Dan did was cut down some trees that were going to be too close to the house build, and then he was able to borrow this excavator and started digging for our basement. Luckily, Dan has a lot of skills, so he was able to do a lot of work himself or instruct me how to help with a few things that saved us a ton of money. So I am not going to do a voiceover through this whole video. From what I can see, just what I've edited together in the few clips that are extra that I've added in, I've got 18 minutes and 10 seconds of video here. That is a lot for me to voice over, especially considering all of this is on YouTube already, other than the bonus clips I've thrown in. It's all in my cabin build series. There's a playlist for it. There is, at this point, 18 videos to get up to where we are at now, where we moved into the house. I will add more videos to the playlist as we complete the few things that we still need to do in here. So floors and the doors in the basement and, you know, just the random odds and ends that we need to do. I will eventually update the playlist and add those in, but for now, 18 videos, and they are slower paced, and I talk through the whole thing in most of the videos. It's a lot of me talking and rambling. So if you're interested in that and seeing much longer video clips from each little section and me walking through and explaining what we're doing and why and how we're planning things out and kind of learning how we change decisions as we go, as you do with any project, it's all there. Like I said, check out the cabin build series on my YouTube. It's all on a playlist. So there's a lot more there if that's what you'd like to watch. Otherwise, I am just going to shut up for the most part. I will find some hopefully not completely boring background music for you, and you can just enjoy watching the bits of the cabin come together in a very, very sped up process. Of course, if you have any questions about what's going on at any point in the video, or design aspects, or how we chose what we did once the cabin is kind of up, just let me know. Try to pick out the timestamp, or give me a rough guess of what time in the video you're talking about, and I will answer that question as best as I can. And I can probably also point you towards which video in the cabin build series playlist would go over that better for you. But yeah, I hope you guys just enjoy this look at the cabin build. It took a little over a year from starting to dig until we moved in, but if you're including tearing down buildings or planning, this was several years of work before we got to where we are at now. Where we are at now is that we are living in it. I'd say it's about 85 to 90% complete, but there is definitely more finishing work to do, especially in the basement. We have an entire another barn that we need to tear down from another neighbor. Maybe this fall or next spring. When we manage to do that, then it will be back to the grind of working with all of that barn wood to really finish the basement interior, because the basement is still at this point really just chipboard, which is fine for the time being, but a million other things going on. We will make it look beautiful when we have the time. But yeah, enjoy the video. I will stop rambling because I don't even like listening to myself when I watch my videos back, so I'm sure you guys don't want to listen to me either. But thank you for watching anyways. Okay, here's one of those bonus clips I haven't shown in another video. This would be when we were working on making the doors for the upstairs. So that's kind of fun, but you're basically caught up to where we're at. There's a very short section of a clip here at the end of this that will do part of the walkthrough tour I did in the last cabin build series video. I think it's number 18 in the playlist. So if you would like to go and see the whole walkthrough of where we're at now in a slower fashion, because again, I sped all these videos up to kind of do it in a timely manner, so this wasn't hours and hours long. And I just wanted to take a minute to remind you guys that I am an affiliate with several different companies. Many of them are gardening related, but then there's household, there's health, there's lots of pet ones, several chicken companies, and most of these companies I have discount codes available for you. So if it's something that you need, or you think maybe there'll be something that you need, go check out the links page on my website. I'll be sure to include that in my video description and in the comments. Go check it out, see if there is anything that you need, and you can save yourself some money with my discount code, and then it'll also give me a small commission just because you guys are shopping through my link or with my code, which is really helpful for us, especially with all the little odds and ends that we need to finish the house. That is what I use my affiliate money for, finishing the house. So if you're interested in that, take a look. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here and taking the time to check out our video and our cabin. It has been a labor of love, and we are so absolutely thrilled with it.